Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, sir, when is going to change the link?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow's Kubernetes class, tomorrow morning, do we need to use the same link?
Sir, tomorrow morning Kubernetes class is 8 o'clock, right?
No. I will intimate.
Okay.
So, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So, our last class discussion is just we have deployed one Linux virtual machine, and we have enabled password based authentication. We have connected, we have logged into that VM, and we have done some activities like package management. Using package management, we have tested some softwares, okay, whether it is working or not. And from your systems also you have tested it is working perfectly. Okay, so today our activity is to do some basic Linux commands. Okay, this is our first task. This is our task number 1. So second task is in Linux VM. Okay, we will see how to deploy, okay, LAMP application. So here LAMP stands for Linux Apache to MySQL and PHP, and we test it whether it runs perfectly from our systems. Okay. Now, so once after doing all these activities, so if time permits, okay, I will also show how to launch a Windows virtual machine, and we set up IAA server, and we will deploy one .NET application. Okay, that is our next agenda. First, let me log in into portal.azure.com. I hope everyone has created Azure accounts, right? Azure Freddy account.
Yes.
Okay, as we have discussed in last class, so we have to select a option called virtual machines. So in the last class, we have discussed in how many ways we can select applications. Okay, so once again, let me show, because some of the members were not present in the last class. So the first way of selecting a resource is by using favorites, because this is our favorites. Okay, so these are all the frequently used services. This is one place, and another place of selecting a service is like that. Here from favorites, you can select all services. Are you seeing all services? If suppose I want to create a SQL database. Okay, so you're just in the search, look for SQL database. Are you seeing SQL database here? Just click on this, and elastic pools, SQL virtual machines. Okay, so suppose I want to choose something like SQL elastic pools. Are you seeing the star is empty? So when you click on this star, what happens here? This will be added to your favorites. Okay, so I added what? SQL elastic pools, SQL virtual machines also. I am clicking on this star. Now see, SQL elastic pools and SQL virtual machines. And just click on this menu again. Are you seeing at last? You are able to see these two options in our favorites: SQL elastic pools, SQL virtual machines. Okay, now let us create a virtual machine for doing some important activities which are required for Azure admins and Azure DevOps engineers. Okay, so let us select SQL virtual machines. Sorry, virtual machines only. Okay, so click on create. So there are so many ways of creating virtual machines also. I will show one by one. So resource group, presently I don't have any resource group, as we have discussed in last class. Okay, resource group is a collection of resources. So every resource that we create will be a part of resource group. So just click on. So if you have old resource group, just you click on. So in the drop down, okay, the available resources are displayed. Resource groups are displayed. So since I don't have any resource group, I have to create a new one. Okay, so I am giving a resource group name called LAMP RG. Virtual machine name is LAMP VM. I will show how to install LAMP. Don't worry about that. It is just simple copy and paste only. We are not going to do more than that. So here you have to select one region. So generally, for our practice purpose, I am going to use Central India or Central US. Okay, let me select Central US, Central India. Okay. and we will discuss this availability zone later. And it is asking in how many zones he wanted to create this virtual machine. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. Okay, as we have discussed in the very beginning class. Okay, so if you create virtual machines in multiple availability zone, so if one of the zone is completely impacted, so your virtual machine still running in second availability zone, but that is the cost is doubled. Okay, so if I don't specify any zone 1, zone 2, your virtual machine will be created within one zone only. Okay, where is that zone? Okay, this is in Central India. Okay, so you can select South India also. Where is South India? South India. Are you seeing South India does not have zones? Okay, South India does not have zones. So in last class, I explained about Azure regions with zones, regions without zones. So South India is a region without having any zones. Zone is one zone is nothing but it is a data center, a individual building. Okay, within data center we have many racks. Okay, so each rack will have some blade servers. Every rack will have its own power supply, its own network, its own many things, switches, its own switches. Okay, so I have selected South India. So when I select South India, it is not showing any zone. See, and what is the operating system? So for just drop down this, I am selecting Ubuntu server 20 or 22. You can select anything. 22 is not there here. Only 20 is there. Because from region to region, the operating system is also varied. Okay. So the operating system that are available in one region may not be available in other region. In the same way, the same rule is applicable to your virtual machines also. So presently I am selecting Ubuntu server 2004. Okay, if you are interested, you can select Red Hat also. But these are the two successful versions, Ubuntu and RHEL. Okay, so when you scroll down, you are going to see something like RHEL. So in the last class I told you, right? So in operating systems also we have two categories, not two, majorly three: Linux, Windows, and Mac. Now it is asking the instance type, instance size. So I am selecting B1S. B1S is enough for us because we are not doing any high configurations. We are not doing any calculations. Just my intention is just I want to install some softwares. So B1S means it is a system which is having one CPU, 1 GB RAM. And authentication type, how you want to connect to your system, whether you wanted to connect via password or SSH key. So the moment I select SSH key, what happens here? Azure will create two keys, one key pair, public key, private key. Private key will be given to us, public key will be kept with Azure. And when you want to connect to this Azure VM, okay, you have to use your private key, right? So for now, let us connect with the password. So here I am giving some password, sh admin. You can give any password, but you have to remember the password, right? And just come down, and yeah, these are just like firewalls, inbound ports and outbound ports. Here it is showing only inbound ports. So by default, 3 port numbers are displayed here. One is HTTP, other one is HTTPS, other one is SSH. Okay. So I am selecting SSH. So if SSH is not opened, okay, you are not able to log in into your server, your machine. And just click on disks. Okay, since we don't know this part, simply select HDD because SSD is very expensive. Nowadays, we are having two types of hard disks, right? One is SSD, other one is HDD. SSD is very fast. As they are fast, they are very expensive also. In the networking section, okay, let it be like this only because we did not speak anything about networking, management, monitoring. From here onwards, just go and click on next because our intention is just we have to launch one mission. Are you seeing price here? How much you have to pay per hour if you want to use this machine? 1.0447 INR per hour. Okay. So my suggestion is just to create a virtual machine and use it for 1 or 2 hours and immediately terminate it because you can create a virtual machine within 2 minutes. Okay, our VM is created. Now, if you closely observe this overview section, it will display, okay, all the information that we have given so far. That is resource group, status is running, location equal to South India, subscription we have selected pay as you go, and operating system that I have selected Linux. The size of the virtual machine is B1S. It is having 1 virtual CPU, 1 GB RAM. Here it is a public IP address. So every VM will have 2 addresses, public IP address and private IP address. Public IP address is used to connect from, okay, anywhere on the globe, and private IP, okay, so within the network only we can have connection. That means within Azure network. Now, just copy this public IP address. I have shown you this all these things in the last class. Go to Git bash. How to download Git also in last class I have shown you. SSH username. What is the username I have given? I think SSH admin, right? Is it over here? Yes. Now we are inside the virtual machine. Now, in Linux operating system, generally, when you want to install packages, okay. So in the last class also we have discussed, we are going to use something like sudo apt update, apt or apt update. Now, what is my intention here? Okay, so today our activity is to do some basic Linux commands. Okay, first let me show how to create users. So generally in Linux operating system, in Linux, we have two types of users that are created. Okay. First user is root user. Okay. So his root user is nothing but is completely boss of whole operating system. Second user is non-root user. Okay. So in Azure, a non-root user is created, okay, when we specify a password based connectivity. I think I have shown you, right? We have two options. One is password based authentication, other one is key based authentication. I have selected password based authentication. So there it was asking me to enter username and password. I have entered SHAdmin and password, some password I have given. Okay. So SHAdmin becomes non-root user. So when you are executing some commands from non-root user, you have to use sudo keyword. Okay. So the thing you have to remember is when we are executing commands from a non-root user, okay, we add sudo keyword. That is why, I think in the previous example, you might be observing sudo apt update I said. Okay. Now, suppose I want to create a new user. Okay. How to create a user in a Linux operating system? Before that, let me show something, switching between users. Okay, how to switch between users? So presently, two basic commands you have to remember. The first command is when I execute who am I, it is going to display the present username. You are SHAdmin. And when I execute pwd, okay, it is going to display the current username /home/shadmin. So when you want to go to root user, there is a command called sudo -i. This is going to take you to root user. Sudo -i. Switch user. Okay, sudo -i takes us to the root user. And what are the commands I executed? Who am I, comma pwd. Okay, who am I command displays a current username. Pwd command displays a present working directory. Now, if you want to execute some command from root user, no sudo is required. No sudo is required. Directly you can execute a command. Now see, I will execute apt update. I am not going to add any keyword, add any sudo. It has done, right? Now here, I want to create a user. Okay, so without any keyword, directly add user. Okay, Azure DevOps. I'm creating a user called Azure DevOps. Okay, so add user is a Linux command. The username to be created is Azure DevOps. Just press enter. It is asking password for Azure. I am giving same password as username, Azure DevOps. Press enter, 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 enter. Say yes. Okay. So Control L to clear the screen. Now, if you want to go back to old user, execute sh admin. Now if I execute who am I, see, it is telling that you are sh admin. But when I say pwd, the path is not changed. See, still it is showing /root only. Still it is showing /root. Okay. Now I want to go to the home directory of the current user. I want to go to the home directory of the current user. Okay. So for that there is a command called cd tilde symbol. When you execute sudo cd tilde symbol, okay, you will be switched to the home directory of the current user. Now execute pwd. Change it, right? /home/sh admin. Okay. So let me write these commands. Switch user. It takes us to sh admin user. Okay. Sudo, cd, this is tilde symbol.
CD
So
dot
it
dot
is,
also take, right?
yes.
CD dot dot is also taking going back.
No. Dot means it is going back to one directory, one directory back. Okay, it does not take us to home directory. If you want to go to home directory, we have to use cd tilde symbol.
Okay.
It takes us to the home directory of the current user. What is a home directory? For every user, there is a home directory. Okay. So since I created a user called Azure DevOps, every user is placed home/Azure DevOps. Here we have to observe one point here. Always, okay. First, let me execute this command pwd. Are you seeing something like this here? This / indicates root directory. That means home directory is there in this root directory, and within home directory we have sh admin. Okay. So always remember that in pwd, okay, the first / indicates in pwd the first / indicates, okay, that it is a root directory. Always remember. And the subsequent slashes indicates that they are separators between, okay, parent and child directories. Except first /, okay, all subsequent slashes indicates separators. Okay, this is only root directory. Except this is a separator between home directory, that means parent directory and child directory. Okay. Now I want to list all the directories here. To list all the directories. Okay. So what is the command that we have? Get ent password. This is a command to display all the directories. Get ent password. Look at this. Just now we created a for user, right? Azure DevOps. This is a user and group ID, and this is a home directory. Did I tell right? I told right. Every directory, every user is placed in a directory called home, and where home is there /, and this is a shell for every command for every user. Now, how to go to Azure DevOps user, can you tell me? Presently, I am in SH admin user. How to know that? Who am I? Who am I?
Su SS admin. That's a DevOps. Su Azure DevOps.
Azure DevOps. It is asking password. It's a password is same password I have given. Azure DevOps. Okay. And still it is showing path of old user only. Okay. To come to the latest path, execute cd tilde symbol. Now, see, look at this command closely. Sudo add user. Okay. The username is something like Terraform. See, it is asking password. In the previous case, without asking any password, I able to create a user. Okay, from root user I able to create. From non-root user also we can create. That I did not show it, but we can create. Okay, but here from this non-root user, it is asking password. What is the reason? Yeah, this is very much useful and this is very much important also. Okay, everywhere it is very much important. In Linux operating system, when a new user is created, that user is not permitted to do this kind of admin activities. Let me repeat once again. In Linux operating system, when a new user is created, that user is not permitted to perform all kind of admin activities. Okay, how we can make that user to perform all admin activities? Let me write something here. In Linux, when a new user is created, he cannot execute all privileged commands. Okay, to facilitate or to permit that user, okay, to do any kind of admin activity. Okay, we have to add such user in sudo group. Sudo group means admin group. Okay, a privileged group. How to add that user? Okay, steps.
What is exactly sudo? So why this word sudo came?
Sudo means it is one kind of admin privileged group. Okay, so unless you add this person in sudo group, so the newly created user cannot execute all privileged commands.
Okay.
So we have to add that user in the sudo group. Okay, I will show how to add him in the sudo group. Now see, look at the steps carefully. Again, go back to old user. Exit. When I say exit, we will be back to old user. Now here we have to execute a command. We have to open a file called sudo vsudo. Now here a file called etc.sudos.temp is opened. Nano is a editor here. Nano is a editor. Okay, like Notepad. In Windows, like we have Notepad. In so in Linux also we have an editor called Nano editor. Okay, so when I execute sudo vsudo, what happens? It is going to open a file called etc.sudos.temp. Now here just don't mess up with this file. If you change even single character, your whole system will go. Are you seeing a line called sudo? Here we have to add this user. What is the newly created user?
Terraform. Azure DevOps.
Azure DevOps, right. Azure DevOps. Okay. Just a minute, guys. My system is not responding. Okay. Azure DevOps. Add this line. Given all uppercase letters, all equal to all colon all, no password colon all. The meaning of this line is whenever Azure DevOps is executing any privileged command, okay, he will be able to execute all such commands. Password should not be asked. He will be able to execute all privileged commands. That is the meaning of this sentence. Now, after adding this line, to come out and save, Control X, Y, Z. Okay. So what is that line I added? I will make a note of it. From sh admin user, what are the things you have to do? Sudo vsudo. Under this line, what is that line I added? Just have a look again. This line, right? Just copy this line exactly. This copy is not elected. This copy command is not working. Okay, so let me write completely.
So inside this nano, like we can use that VI editor commands for
No.
saving.
No, VA is different again. VA is different. VA also I will show. Okay.
I think it's whenever you selected, na, that time it's automatically copied the parameters. You can
No,
try
no.
to notepad Control V, then it will be automatically pasted there.
Now it is actually, see, Control Insert.
Okay.
Control X, Y, press enter. And let me write this command in the notepad. Shift insert. So how did I save that? Control X plus Y plus enter. Okay. Now switch to Azure DevOps user again. Switch user Azure DevOps. Password is also Azure DevOps. Go to home directory. Okay. Now execute sudo add user Terraform. Are you able to add create the user? It is a password for Terraform user, not this user. Terraform. Enter, 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 enter. Say yes. Now if you execute get END password, again it is showing Terraform user is created and he is placed in home directory and the username is Terraform and this is a shell. Okay. Now some more important commands you have to know.
A command get ent pass wd. Okay.
Yes,
Get ent password.
get END password. That is going to here I have written, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
All the
Siva, one more thing. How if we don't have any root access, then how will we check? Like we have some limited root access that I mean in real time is not provided. Root access is not provided. Then how will check that thing?
Please come again once. Your voice is breaking.
No, I'm asking if root access is not provided, then how will you check?
What root SSH?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
What is root SSH?
No, root
About
access.
root
Root
access.
access. I mean, some limited access has been provided, so root access is not provided. Then how will you check on that?
Okay. You are asking root SSH is not provided. Root access is not provided. How
Yes.
to do that? Okay, you are
Yes.
asking that one, right?
Yes.
And actually, so when the root access is not provided, okay, so you have to log in with some user. Okay, so you will be having privileges. Without having the privileges, even you cannot log in into that. Okay, even you log in, there is no use. Okay, so Linux administrators will be creating a user by your name. Definitely, they will add you in sudo group.
Okay.
Even root access is not given to you from your account only, from your username only, you can do every activity by adding sudo keyword.
Okay, got it.
By the way, it is not again a system administrator duty. Okay, so nowadays no company is appointing system administrator. So you have to know little bit of Linux also. Okay, when you are working either Azure admin or AWS admin, you people have to know. Okay, Linux, little bit of Linux commands, Linux administration also. That is mandatory. Okay, without knowing that you cannot become Azure admin or AWS admin. Did you get my point? That
Yes,
means
yes.
root control is in your hands only. Root user account is in your hands only.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Once upon a time there was no cloud. Okay, there was a separate role called system admin. Okay, then you have to log in with other account credentials. You will be added in the sudo group. But nowadays there is no special role called system admin and cloud admin. Okay, as a cloud admin, you have to know Linux part also.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Actually, I have one doubt. This control X Y enter, right? It will
Yes,
just
control.
save the file and come out of it, right?
Yes. This is to save and come out from nano editor.
So along with control X, Y enter we need to do.
Yes.
If we
Control
are
X.
doing any changes, if I am trying to do like control X, then I'm trying to enter Y also. It's
No, Y is not required. Control X only. If you don't do any changes, only control X it quits nano editor.
Okay.
When you change only, you have to press control X plus Y plus enter.
Okay.
Did you get my point?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now, do you know in how many ways we can create a new file?
Three ways.
There are 5 ways.
Oh.
One is fetch. Second one is cat. Third way is VI or nano. Fourth way is VI. Fifth way is echo.
Through cat we can see the messages only, no?
No. through cat, we can perform 3 activities. I will show.
Okay.
Okay, it creates a new empty file. You may ask what is the need of empty file, but in some programming language, we are going to write some condition. If this condition is matching, okay, create file. My program cannot accept data, right? So that is why, okay, so there is a need of creating empty files. So for that sake, touch command can be used. Now, just have a look. Touch F1. Now when I execute ls command, only F1 is shown. And ls-al, it is going to show all the other files also. Okay, see, first it is showing dot. Next in the second line it is showing double dot. Third line dot bash history, bash logout, bash rc, dot profile. Okay, these are all the files that are maintained, managed by Linux operating system. And when I execute normal ls command, all the files are not showing. Why? Because dot bash history, bash logout, bash rc, profile files are hidden files. In Linux operating system, if a file starts with the dot symbol, in Linux operating system, if a file starts with the dot symbol, it denotes that it is a hidden file. Okay, so you can also create one new one hidden file. Suppose dot password. Now say ls, this file is not shown. Now when you execute ls-al, then only the file can be seen. Are you seeing password is showing in the 1, 2, 3, 4th line? Okay, that means if you want to create a new hidden file, that must start with the dot symbol. Okay, let me write this find also. In Linux, if a file starts with dot, it indicates that it is a hidden file. Okay, so in the first phase, just I created only one file, touch F1. Okay, so you can create multiple files in single shot. Touch F1, F2, sorry, F2, F3, F4. Touch password. Okay, creates, okay, a hidden file. Okay, to see all files, including hidden files. Okay, so execute ls-al. ls-al displays, okay, all hidden files with the normal files. Now suppose I want to create 100 files in single shot. How to do that? Can anyone say? I want to create 100 files in single shot. I don't want to use touch command multiple times.
For loop.
No.
In curly bracket, we can say one.
No. Loops concept I did not use, right?
The file name
Touch
100.
Curly bracket 1.100. Dot
one
file name.
dot 100. Okay.
It will create
So if
100
I
files.
say something like yes, okay, it is going to create 100 files. So if I want to create something like this, s 100 double dot close curly bracket dot txt. See, it did not specify anything, right? I did not specify last bracket 100. Are you seeing s1.txt, s2.txt, s19.txt, s100.txt? Touch one double dot creates files from S1 to S100. Okay. Now, this is first way of creating a file. Now, I want to create file with some content. Then we have cat command. Cat command is having 3 versions. Cat command is having 3 versions. So what are the 3 versions? First version is cat, okay, simple file name. Suppose I want to create a file, sorry, in my system greater than symbol is not working. That is my bad. Okay, cat greater than I want to create a file called courses info. What happens here? It creates a new file if it does not exist. If exists, okay, what happens here? It overwrites previous contents. Let me create one new file. Cat courses information. Azure DevOps is about automation. Okay. Oracle is a DB server. Java is a object oriented language. Okay. DevOps is a open source. DevOps. Azure is the best cloud. Just say Control D. Now, if you execute cat without any symbol, courses information, it will display all the content. It will display all the content. Okay. Now, if I want to add some more data to the existing file, then I have to use cat greater than. Two greater than symbols I have to use. Now execute courses information. Okay. MySQL is a DB server. Say Control D. Now old contents will not be overwritten. See, cat courses information. At the end, the line is added. But if you are not using double greater than symbol, if you are using only single greater than, okay, whatever old contents are there, completely they are overwritten. Be careful while using cat single greater than, double greater than. Yet second version is B, cat courses info. Simply displays what? The contents of a new, contents of a file. And third version is cat greater than courses info. It appends new data to the end of the file. Okay. This is about the cat command. Now Nano we have discussed just now. Okay. Nano is an editor. So what happens when I say Nano courses information? courses information. So it opens this file for editing. If not, if the file is not there, okay, it creates such file. Now look at this. Nano. What is the file name? Courses information, right? Simply it has opened for editing. You can add new lines, delete lines. Okay. Oracle is also a DB server. Just I added one line. How to save it and come out? Same thing. Control X. It is asking whether you want to save. Say yes and press enter. Are you seeing at last the line is added? This is about Nano. And when you want to add small content to a file, okay, very small content, then we can use echo. Echo, hi, okay, greet. Like this, you can add a very small content, very small amount of data using echo. Now you can use cat greet. Now again, if I say echo, if I say hello, then what happens here? Whatever data is there in the greet file, that will be overwritten. See, now execute cat greet command. All is overwritten with hello, right? So if you don't want to overwrite, again you have to use one more greater than symbol. But this time I am giving. Now see cat greet. Are you seeing two lines? Now till this point, any questions, any doubts? Because these are very basic, simple commands. Tomorrow we'll discuss how to copy, how to move files. Okay. So for your practice purpose.
Yeah, sorry for the interrupt.
Yes.
You were explaining this class on Ubuntu, no? So enter this batch. You were explaining only Ubuntu or Linux, Red Hat, Enterprise 7 or 6 versions. You will be including these classes.
What is the difference between Linux CentOS and Ubuntu? Is there any difference?
Yeah, some commands are different.
Yeah,
70%, 70% commands are same.
Yeah.
70%.
Yes, that's yeah.
Okay, I will show that one also. Don't worry. Okay, if you want tomorrow in the next class, we will discuss how we will launch the CentOS also. Okay, 60 to 70% comments are same. Only few comments are different. Okay.
Okay.
We will launch that one also. No problem.
In Mac as well, same commands works, right? Mac operating system also same command works. Linux command.
Mac is different, right? Mac is different. Mac is different version. Mac will have different commands.
Okay.
Okay, so I am giving this Linux cheat sheet. So those who created Azure account, download this one. I have given in the I have pinged in the chat window. Okay, soon I will share notes and other material also. Okay, those who have registered. Okay, so we'll get a link for recording sessions and notes differently. Please try to register. It is not a great deal. It is very best opportunity. Okay, actually I should not tell. I'm not commercial guy. Okay. Previously we were taking 20K, but this time just we are offering to only 5K, just for the sake of students. Okay. So here we are covering 3 courses: admin, DevOps, and Docker and Kubernetes, only for this batch only. From next batch again it is 20K. If you don't register, okay, by tomorrow you register, complete formalities. From tomorrow the link will be changing. 5,000 means it is very cheap, dead cheap. No one is going to offer this much content within this less fees.
Okay.
Tomorrow we will get a new link for
Yeah. Once you complete your activity, once you pay the fees, okay, you will get new link.
I have paid but not get yet.
So when is the Kubernetes classes, sir?
I will intimate. When one day before I will intimate.
Okay. Leaving before you will implement that.
After completing this course, what is the duration of the accessing from online recorded video?
1 year.
Tomorrow Kubernetes
1
class,
year.
right? Shiv?
No.
It
Tomorrow
means
we are
that,
not starting. Actually,
after
what happened in the last week, 2 or 3 sessions were cancelled. That is why Kubernetes maybe started after 1 or 2 days. I will intimate you. 1 day before I will intimate.
Actually, I'm aware of the Kubernetes. I only know actually one.
How many hours in a day class?
How many?
How many hours you will take the class in a day? I mean, like from 8 p.m. to up to
8 to 9.
it only 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, and one more question. So you said Azure DevOps and Azure Admin. So post of this courses, we need to learn any more courses is not required.
More
Hey.
courses means?
No, they are saying like we need to learn more things like this not enough for the interview purposes. Somehow they are saying like that. So we
More
need to
courses
learn
means
any
what?
other courses.
Here we are covering Azure Admin, Azure DevOps, Terraform, okay, ARM templates, and Docker Kubernetes. What else again?
so tomorrow did we get any link for Docker and Kubernetes or not?
No. Tomorrow we are not starting. Okay, that's what I'm telling, right? 1 day before I will intimate you. Okay, without your arrival, I don't start. Okay.
So it means tomorrow is Tuesday and we are not
No,
having
tomorrow
any
we
class
are
of
not starting.
Docker and Kubernetes.
Okay, it might be day after tomorrow or from Thursday onwards. I will intimate you. I will intimate.
Link will be sent or
Because in the last class, in the last week, 2 or 3 sessions were cancelled. That is why this delay.
Okay, roughly we are starting this week at any time, not tomorrow.
For Docker and Kubernetes, there is a separate link. I will share.
Okay.
Tomorrow this class link also changing, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm telling.
Tomorrow is the same link is working or it is getting lapsed from tomorrow onward? Or
After paying, you will get another link.
sorry?
After paying fees, you will get another link. One doubt, sir. Like you said, this recording will be available till 1 year, or will it be 3 months only?
3 months up. Not 3 months, 1 year.
1 year, no?
Yeah.
Okay, that is good because they are.
Yeah, I have same doubt. But from Durga Class Institute, they told that we will provide you only 3 or 6 months online access. Exactly.
No. 1 year. I think just confirm. Just I will confirm once again. Okay, let you know.
Yeah. Please confirm it because 3 months and 6 months is very.
No, 3 months is not enough. I'm also telling, right? 3 months is not enough.
It will must
At least
extend
I will
for
ask
1
them
year.
to provide 1 year.
Yeah.
That's good. And one more, sir. Like I have done
Because
some.
many of us are working professional and we have not more time to attend online classes, so we need some.
Yes,
Yeah, definitely. I will ask them
extended.
to provide 1 year access. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And one more, sir. Like with DurgaSoft, I have the experience. Like they initially they are not sending the recorded video links as early as possible. Initial 4-5 days it become very hectic to practice. So it will be better if they create earlier after paying, obviously.
Yeah, I will intimate. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
please.
One more thing, Siva. What after this completion of this course, what would be the job opportunity? Like whether we will work as an admin or like how it will be?
So we'll be working as Azure DevOps engineer.
Okay. So okay. Any other option like
This
instead of
Cloud Ops also, Cloud Ops engineer. For Cloud Ops, you need to know Azure admin, Docker
Mhm.
Kubernetes, and Terraform also. One CI/CD engine. CI/CD engine is definitely we are learning. That is Azure DevOps.
Okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, sir. Atul here. Good evening, team. Good evening, sir. So I have one question. So is it the same timing for, because we are mentioning Docker Kubernetes, or there will be different time slot for
No,
or
only
ADO?
Docker and Kubernetes 78. For Azure admin, this for this 8 to 9 only.
Means for
Till the time is not
classes.
decided, I will about Docker and Kubernetes if possible in this batch only I will take.
That would be great.
That's what I'm.
Okay. Means all the classes will be in PM, IST.
Yes, 8 to 9.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
And what about Docker and Kubernetes?
That's what I'm telling, right? I'm thinking that Docker and Kubernetes also I am taking in this timing zone.
Yeah, that will be fine, sir. Yeah.
I think it will do the parallel. We'll get the time save.
But at both time, you will not get time to do the practice, dear. Kubernetes also depth and Azure also depth. You will need.
So you're asking me to take the same time or a different time?
Different time is the morning time.
Same time. So
Morning before 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. Because after that, many of us having office time.
Yes.
As you said earlier.
Guys, no problem. Even if we are taking it 2 times, it will save our time. But just completing the course is not enough for us. We need to practice also.
Definitely. Without practice, you cannot get anything. Definitely, you have to practice.
And this Docker and Kubernetes is also depth. I have completed that course, so it will be better for us to complete it on the same time.
Yes, I'm agreed. Yeah, agreed. And one more question, sir. After completing Docker and Kubernetes, is it means possible to appear exam like we have a CK and CKD? Is it means all those course content will be covered? Exam perspective.
What exam for AZURE 400?
Yes, AZ400 also, and for CK also, CK or CKD. Can we expect that much?
AZURE 400 and AZURE 104.
Yeah.
I mentioned in the course content, right? Have you seen the course content in the website?
Yeah. Just I will check that, sir. But one more question regarding Kubernetes. So we have a CK and CKD, as you mentioned, means you are going to cover the Kubernetes. So is it that much of depth in Kubernetes so that we can appear?
Depth means it is not depth, not basic level. It is intermediate level.
Okay.
Express again, advanced Kubernetes is there. Okay, even I can teach Kubernetes for 6 months. That is a different story.
Okay.
No one in the world is going to cover complete Kubernetes except Kubernetes writers.
Yeah. But after completing course, we can appear for.
You are eligible for writing manifesto files. You are eligible for writing specs. Okay, you are able to write everything. Okay, it is not basic level. Basic level means I can complete it in 1 week or 2 or 3 days. Why I have to take 3 to 4 weeks?
Yes, yeah. Means I can give CK or CKD.
CKE, what is CACD?
No,
He
Kubernetes.
is asking about exam, Kubernetes certified administrator. or
Kubernetes
something like
certified examination.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also attempt. Okay, once we finish this course, you can also attempt Kubernetes certified examination.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, sir. Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys. Complete formalities by tomorrow. Tomorrow is link is changing. Don't discontinue the classes. Please attend regularly. Okay, and use this good opportunity. And even you miss one class that is connected to next class, please complete all the formalities by tomorrow. Get new link. Okay.
If you by
Okay.
mistake, if you start any batch in the morning for Kubernetes and hyper background, Docker, we intimate us, sir.
Yeah, definitely. Without you, how can I start?
So tomorrow morning, no Kubernetes class, right, sir? See,
No,
Uh-huh.
no.
tomorrow morning, no Kubernetes class.
There
Right?
is no. So it will be delayed. Okay, what I'm telling, I will intimate you. Right?
2 days, yeah. Because accordingly, we have to wake up. Currently, I'm working from home. No, my shift is like 12 o'clock. Okay. Accordingly, that's why I'm cross-checking again and again.
Okay. If such is there in this session only, I would have to inform, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it may be from Thursday, I think. Okay, I will intimate you. Anyhow, I will intimate you. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Complete all the formalities. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.